Oh, it is I, Annabeth Munath, the Queen of Bones, the Mummy, and tonight, like every Thursday, your DM. As you can see, not everyone is here right now. That's why Maxine and Tex's icons are very big, and I'm evilly looking out from behind them like a DM screen. You get some nice, relaxing music going. Goes Rank first. Hello, hello. I, of course, as you already see, have a couple of the party members with me, but the rest will be here soon.
Yeah, just grabbed it just as I was about to hit submit. I'm here.
Ah, there's a Miles. Got your food with you?
I do. Got my chicken, got my rice, got some snackos.
Alright.
Gotta change my reactive though.
You do indeed.
What's this window? It's in this file. That one.
Skylar's online, but do not disturb.
No. Ah. Mouse button's messing me up. I have the side buttons on my mouse I'm not used to, and one of them is back.
Ah.
Need to get back into Elden Rings.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm exploring. Nice and relaxing.
Yeah, relaxing. Yep. As I magic.
And I am bonk.
No,
But
you are pizza cutter.
At the moment, I'm chainsaw. At the moment, I'm this Doom guy with a freaking chainsaw.
I almost bought Elden Ring during the Black Friday when it was on sale, but
You don't have, yeah. You get it.
well, it was being sold at PlayStation, so
One day we'll get Bloodborne and Demon's Souls.
Have Bloodborne for PlayStation.
I don't
Same.
have a consoles.
Just there's so many. Okay, hold on. Gotta read
Just
some
sent
emails.
Skylar a message.
first, I can't wait to see Cribs. If we get an updated Crib token, just to see what this new armor looks like. This probably looks cool.
It's not on my. I do want to get the updated art, but it's not on my
top of my list. I have a lot more stuff I'm commissioning from Uzu that tops above update of Crib.
Oh, I'm using this music again. Teens, you're about to head out, but you're not done yet. So,
Oh, music.
does somebody want to give us the recap? I mean, not much happened last time. But I believe the long and short of it is that the party have agreed upon exploring the ruins far to the south. Apparently part of an ancient civilization that may be related to the time before the Zolodial. At least have clues there. But I believe one rumor you heard being that that may have been where they were bound.
About what I recall.
Yeah. There was also the rivet trying to identify the sword thing as being potentially blasted outside of her own body.
Yeah, that. Apparently it's what's keeping the forest away from the eyes of those that would wish to find it. Okay. Do. Where is Skylar? That's the problem when you've got 4 people. The absence of one is very impactful. Yeah, we got just as many planeswalkers now than we do players.
Yeah. I mean, Valslorn's getting there. We're at
Yeah.
5-4 right now.
That's true. Hmm.
Yeah. Water deep, even though it just started, we've got one, though he completely ejected himself from the server.
Well, he left the server entirely, huh?
Yeah. I was gonna make a new role for him, but it's like I can't find him.
Oh yeah. Huh.
I think Roe did that.
Ro did, yeah. So wait, sorry, so... Yeah, so who is it who left? What did he... Was it the person named Ace or the person playing the character named Ace?
Shadow Fighter, he plays Ace. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just got done setting up most of the maps.
Nice.
The rest are like super end game stuff, so I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. But in setting up of the maps, I found one of them has a mimic on it somewhere.
There's only one mimic. Sometimes the moon stares at me.
Mhm.
The thing is, I had to roll to see if the mimic appeared on the map because it was only a 25% chance of it being there.
Only 25%, huh?
Yeah, rolled it like Divine Intervention. Got a 12.
Okay. So... I think we have to make a start. And hopefully Skylar will get here at some point. If it goes on for a while and Skylar doesn't show up, would you guys want to keep pushing forward, or would you want to do something on like tabletop sim?
I will say, if we do tabletop sim, I'll have to switch computers as for reasons unknown to me. I can't get Steam on this computer. I can't get Discord on the other one. So my
Oh,
electronics be weird.
yeah. And also, when you're on this one, there's no echo, I'm noticing. Did you change something you set up, or was that just the other computer?
I snagged the headphones from my other computer. So now I'm using a mic and headphones, so
Oh, nice. Sounds good.
I'd be down to do anything, honestly.
Yeah. Alrighty, so, everything was prepared. You were about to head out to the large tree from before, so you can... I believe you planned on taking the cart and everything, yeah?
I think we were going to leave it. It gave us more options to teleport to, and with the... since the idea is we could potentially get back to this place, we could just come back, get the cart, because taking the cart is under the impression that we're going to go from the ruins to wherever, but there's that big river right there, and it's like, it might be better to leave the cart here and then come back for it.
Okay, so in that case, make sure cart inventory and your inventory are...
I mean,
I'm not sure if
I
there
have-
is one, but you know.
I have haversack inventory. That's what I've got.
Fair enough.
yeah. But the question is, do we leave the chest of dwarven cheese?
Oh, geez. No, that's rations, dude.
So is... Did you try and squeeze the chest of dwarven cheese into your haversack?
No, it's not going in the haversack. The haversack only carries so much weight.
Yeah.
Where am I at on that?
I mean,
I'm at like 90
potentially-
out of the 120 pounds.
there's potentially Rivet's bag of holding.
Still has to fit in the bag. Like, it has to get into the opening.
I mean, wheels of cheese are pretty large. You could probably just take a few wheels out, wrap them up in some cloth, and use that. It's basically to supplement your, like, rations. Like, and anytime you're cooking, it's always good just to throw a chunk in there.
Melt some cheese, fondue on top.
The entire party ends up immobile due to their own way after surviving on nothing but fondue for 7 days. Incapacitated due to, oh, I'm full.
Look, man, at some point, I mean, I'm using my chef bard for that game next month,
Yeah.
but at some point I'm going to want to play him in a proper game because he's got really good like role play and short rest capabilities that that this arena probably isn't going to have.
Yeah, I did mention my character idea I've been sitting on as well.
Yeah, I saw them. The librarian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I canceled my master's subscription to D&D Beyond.
Just didn't need the slots, huh?
It's not that. It's basically a thing right now where it's like people are like, because of the OGL, it's like, oh, cancel the D&D Beyond subscription because it's owned by Wizards of the Coast, and it's a way to basically boycott and totally get the OGL fixed. I mean, I still have my current subscription because I paid yearly until June.
I mean, I'm not really getting rid of the subscription I have simply because I've got so many characters on it. It's like I don't want to lose any of them.
I have 40 characters, dude.
Jeez, that's double what I got.
Yeah.
I can
Well-
make a lot of them again.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Like, of all the companies and stuff, I just didn't expect it to happen, you know? Like, it's like, you survived because of all these things that you've just said you can't do anymore. Like, you
More
owe your
that they're trying
existence
to.
to all of these people that you're cutting off.
It's more they're trying to monetize it.
Yeah, like we need more of that in this day and age. Not like it's the world is
Yeah.
already falling apart from greed. But oh well. Right, so you'll have Sildar.
Yeah, he's coming. They are coming.
So,
I
because
did this
it's
stuff.
without the cart, you don't have to walk so far to find a suitable tree for all of you.
Mhm.
Zephyr steps towards the tree itself and lays their hands upon it. Sighs and turns and looks back at all of you, and you can see the concern on their face. You, be as careful as you can in this situation. And come back soon, okay?
We will.
Well, we'll try. There's not many trees on the way there. But
No.
if we can find one large enough to take at least most of us through, then we could stay the night. Well, one that you've seen, of course.
That's the issue.
Well,
For now, I just have to send you back to the one that you came through.
yeah. I would suggest that you could come with us to learn about the trees down there, but it's best that you stay here to protect the grove.
You look back at the tree and around the forest for a bit. And look to you. Well, I'd love to go anywhere with you, Sarah, but I can't. I have to stay here.
That's fine.
Maybe someday when the world's less dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. The world won't ever be completely perfect, but sometime.
Yeah. Anyway, right, yeah. They almost trot on over to you and give you a little smooch on the forehead and big squeeze, and then they... Right, okay, I need that. And then they go back to the tree and cast the spell, and soon enough, it opens up, and you're able to all move through. Coming to the familiar golden tree in the middle of the plain. or having to rush through. And not long as you all manage to make your way through, the tree closes back up. As if it never happened. Alright. Change of music time. This is The Adventure Begins by Butterfly on YouTube. Please check them out. Got a lot of cool stuff there. So, taking a look at the world map that you have. You're all able to gather yourself this side of the tree once more. And while getting yourself together, you suddenly hear a voice from nearby. Excuse me. Did you just walk out of the Golden Oak?
I think. Kriv turns to see who is speaking.
Dressed in the similar garb as the other tenders. Although it's more like they just have a tabard that goes over their everyday clothes. It's like almost like they put it on while they're there, like on duty as it were.
What's an apron kind of deal?
Yeah. He looks human, maybe like early 60s. He's kind of in the middle of rubbing his glasses with his tabard and putting them back on, kind of blinking, making sure he saw what he saw.
Above game, this tree was a tree of Pelor, if I recall correctly.
That has been like the most commonly referred to explanation for the Golden Oak, and is often revered as one of the trees from Pelor's orchard.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which, having been to Pelor's orchard, does this look like one of those trees?
Yeah, close enough for like a physical plane representation of. It lacks the divine glory of his realm, you know.
Of course. Anyways, off topic. Kriv sort of smiles at the man, bows his head. Greetings. I had come to this place. As you can see, he taps the emblem on his shield. I am a paladin of Pelor, and when I heard of this tree that was possibly from his orchard, I just had to come. It's possible that whilst praying to my god, there was a bit of a curtain, if you will, that simply prevented you from seeing us.
Make a deception check.
Yes, Kriv is lying. Sierra, you are a bad influence. Okay. Okay.
How am I a bad influence?
Miss, that's not all black and white. There are grays.
Yeah? How's that not a bad influence? How is that? I mean, how is that a bad influence?
This honest boy is lying. I think this is the first deception roll I've made for him.
Sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it is. He's always been very careful to speak the truth.
Yeah.
Even in the zone of truth, when they were trying to lie, he spoke the truth, but in a way, but not the whole truth.
Hey, Kriv,
What?
there's something that typically happens to you all the time. Not so much recently.
Did he crit his insight?
For this golden years, just normal human looking gardener basically just crit his insight on
God damn it! What the heck? This just reinforces Kriv's viewpoint that he is not made for lying.
Mm-hmm.
Never again.
Well, that's...
Obviously don't want to talk about it.
He gets a step closer, and he, like, pats you on the shoulder and saying, Pelor would be disappointed. And just turns and walks away.
Kriv is now in the anime pose where he's on hands and knees and just got the doom.
Horse pose.
Cyril sort of pat Kriv on the shoulder harder than she meant because of her strength. Well, I don't think it's really up to this one person to think if he's disappointed or not. But that was a good first try. I'll go explain it to him.
Oh, okay. You
Cyril will go and
guy.
catch up to this person. I'm sorry, I wasn't fully paying attention before. What was the wording of Kriv's lie?
That he may have just not been seen because he was in prayer pose, and therefore the guy
Okay.
he wasn't like standing like around the tree enough so that like it would have hidden him.
I had
but
the wording I had tried to do was that there was like, because I was in prayer to Pelor and this was a Pelor's tree, that like a mystical curtain had come down and was hiding us magically, not just we were hidden by the tree.
Okay.
oh, okay.
So I'll say sorry about that. We have a druid friend who we needed to find a place to be brought to them and bring our cart, but there weren't any large enough trees around, so we may have excused ourselves to use the golden oak, but it's a very good cause. And she'll sort of hold her holy symbol. May the...
Well, that is an interesting one. But of course, That's fine. If Pelor objected to that, then your magic wouldn't have worked. So, if Pelor
Well, it wasn't my
allowed,
magic, but their magic.
well, regardless, if Pelor must believe in your cause for him to allow you to use his tree as a way to get around, must be a noble cause indeed. In fact,
Yeah.
tell your friend it's water under the bridge. It's not me to judge.
He's my brother, actually.
Oh. Adoptive or actually?
Could be either.
Well, life does come in many different colors and shapes, and well, then tell your brother
Yeah.
that I apologize that I spoke so harshly.
All
But
right.
honesty, much like yourself, typically works better.
I've
At least
Found
around
that-
honest folk.
found that many turns of phrase work in many different situations.
Yes.
Well, may your days and nights favor you.
And yours.
Turn around. Yeah. Religioning. I'll come back and report to Kriv. He said it's fine.
Riv's just still on hands and knees, like.
He apologizes for judging you so harshly.
It's fine. It's fine.
It is fine. Don't worry.
Alright, so. Which way do you plan on going from here?
Well, if we want to do anything, I think we're first going south to avoid the cliffs.
Well, the question is, the Tower Town is right on the river. Do you think they might have a way to cross it? Because that's based off of what it looks like, it looks to be a pretty fast-moving river.
Yeah.
And decently wide. So maybe by hitting Tower Town, like going south, like this way to Tower Town, we can see if they have a method of crossing. If not, then we can. I mean, we have to backtrack then to come this way, potentially, or come like this and see if we can cross here-ish. Problem is, there's not much of a landing point other than to go up this way. But if we're trying to get to but we'd want to get there anyways because the ruins are on the cliff. But yeah, I think hitting Tower Town might be our best bet because they might have a way for us to safely cross the river.
Yeah.
We may no longer have cart, but we still have turtle speed.
Yeah. We could investigate this and then go that way.
Well, I think that's Possibly. I think nope, I don't want to move. So that would take us to here and then to that. And then we'd have to juke back around the cliff.
Or we could go down the cliff. Do a bit
Yeah,
of
we
climbing.
just jump.
I mean, I remember the last time I climbed a mountain and
Well, that was very hectic.
You got how many fails?
all of them.
Well,
I mean, at one point, Tobrick grabbed you and it's like, you good? Nope.
well, I can turn into a bird and carry the cart, and
We don't have the cart.
Oh, right. Did we left it behind? Did we? All right.
Yeah.
Well then, Rivet can just feather fall us. Or we
Okay.
can just go around. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess we could investigate that.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's just my little Skyrim brain being like, oh yeah, it's a marker on my little compass. I should go investigate it. Discover the location.
This looks like a location.
Which? Oh yeah, that too.
But I don't think we're going to have time to explore the entire map and unlock all of the Fog of War.
Yeah. Well, I hope you don't have to, because this all looks very threatening.
Well, that was ground zero. Zelodio's
Yeah.
breath.
Right.
What is that yellow thing?
Yellow thing?
One yellow thing.
Oh, that might be
That
where
was
we
the
marked,
rock
like,
nest.
Oh, that's
The
the
rock
rock
nest, yeah.
nest, yeah.
What is
rock nest monster.
Don't be talking about my child that way.
Alright, so you're gonna go examine this other tower?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because, like, when you're looking across these vast plains, the towers from this distance, they look identical. And I believe, who was it who saw them?
I mean, 3 of us saw it from the air as we were falling.
Yeah, but also no, someone was on watch and noticed the movement of the patrols between the. Yeah, was it when you were on watch, Kriv? Like you saw the torch movement? Because you like
Maybe-
put your perception or something?
I don't remember.
I know someone saw torch movement. I don't remember who. That was like 2 or 3 sessions ago.
Oh no, it was you though. It was Thobrick.
Yeah.
All right. But yes, with it also being daytime, you are seeing the patrols of a good 10 horses that seem to be keeping an eye on the plains. As you start making your way south, you notice them sort of make their way up to this tower, and then okay, hold on, let me get my ruler. You basically like continue that sort of movement, but of course, like it's not as fast as your horses or your one horse are moving. In fact, On foot with the double travel speed, I think you're equivalent to their horse movement.
Probably.
Because their horse movement is, of course, 60.
Yeah.
And of course, as you can see from the size of these planes, like, there's probably more than one of these patrols out on these huge planes. But, you just noticed some moving between, whether or not it's perhaps, of course, to keep an eye on the area, but maybe it's a way to transport supplies and get messages, or there could be a lot of uses for like a constant patrol units going between the 3 points. Oh, anyway, so on foot, because you have to go to the speed of the lowest, you'd be doing 2 squares. Or 2 grid measurements. Did I forget to hit loop? I did, yeah. But yes, the patrols you see, very much imagine how, the riders of Rohan are always riding through their territory. The lush green plains are a strange contrast to the typically duller greens and towards lightly yellowing grasslands you see further north. And actually, most places. You haven't seen the grass be this green since the Piers of Rohan. It's rather lacking in landmarks. There's the occasional stone mounds that indicate as markers for one reason or another, whether it be a grave or simply has a piece of cloth tied to it for reading the wind.
How close does this patrol pass by us?
Given you're moving kind of at the same speed, like, they're more like, because of how clear the sight lines are on the planes, you can just recognize them on the horizon and stuff. They don't come towards you particularly.
Okay, I was hoping to ask them a question, but but if they don't approach us, then it is what it is.
Well, you did notice one group of the horses heading up to this tower during this day of travel, so you imagine that they'll probably be coming back down again tomorrow.
My guess is that tower's a watchtower. Just something like a fortress where they just set up and keep watch based out of the town.
Okay. Oh, hey, chilling. Settling down for the night. Is there any particular order of watches? Any conversations that need to be had, etc., etc.?
Rick takes first watch as always.
I'll take second.
Okay. Okay, right. As you're making camp, can I have those who would go foraging or hunting make me their survival check?
They're all forage.
Still Rick.
I'll be a Kriv. I am not good at those.
Okay. You don't, Sarah, you don't find much on these grasslands in ways of berries and such. There's, yeah, it's just a lot of open field. Bobrick. You managed to find a rabbit that seems to be chewing on something, and after it notices you and runs off, you find a good patch of leafy greens that look fit for eating. And it's on your way back to camp that your nose suddenly catches something, and you feel yourself alert the moment your nose is tickled. In the shades of one of the sparse bushes, you find a patch of very potent smelling herbs.
Ooh.
Just one whiff of
Okay.
them seems to perk you right up.
Interesting.
I'll pick some of those too.
Alrighty. You can make a nature or a medicine check if you want to try and figure out what they actually do. Or herbalism
I'll do
kit if you have
medicine.
that.
That's a bit medicine be a bit higher, so I'll do that one.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Alright, yeah, you've actually had these used on you and seen them used on other people. These are basically what are known as rousing roots. Very potent smelling herb that will bring any creature to consciousness so long as they have one or more hit points or are stabilized.
Fantastic. Very good, very good.
They are very good for countering, tiredness, lethargy, being asleep at all. But yes, it would allow you to, if an ally has gone down to 0 hit points, you per se don't have any magic to heal them, you are able to stabilize them. These would allow you to have them conscious to make them easier to move.
Yeah, Delbrick would pick a few.
Yeah. You get a... Yeah, you get a good fistful. Though, you're not sure if you have the right kind of pouch to keep them fresh in. Okay, right. So, after that, yes, you have your watches, so roll your perception checks in order, please.
Delbrick first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 0 would give you the dark vision before your watch. Not that it really helps the 6, but...
Delbrick lost in thought because he probably passed this area on his way to New Hope when he first started his journey. So he's thinking back on that.
Okie dokie. With not an obstruction to be seen, the vastness of the starry night is a wonder to behold. Alright, second watch.
I'll take
Me.
that one. Oh, would it be?
Oh, I said I would go second.
Oh, okay.
You usually take third so you can pray during the dawn.
Oh, right. That is true.
Yeah, I'll take the midnight watch.
Miss dark vision for days.
Yeah. Yeah, plus me being in the middle lets me tap each of you for the first hour of your watch. Alright. I'll make my perception check.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice
5.
sky.
I keep rolling 5s on the main roll.
Oh yeah.
Also, I made an edit to my character sheet's name, but it isn't showing up on the Roll20.
Oh,
Because
that's
the roll
weird.
20 thing is different than the D&D Beyond thing.
Yeah. But it changed the last time I changed it to this other title.
I'm sure you've already tried refreshing.
Yeah, I refreshed Roll20.
Oh, hit equipment on the character sheet, 'cause that's how it that's the trigger to forward it to the extension.
On the Roll20 character sheet?
On the D&D
like
Beyond character sheet.
On equipment.
Yeah, I believe it was
Features and traits.
the equipment one. Is it features?
Features and traits usually is how you refresh stuff.
Oh, okay. Features and traits then.
Eh.
Kind of sometimes it says this has not been updated to the virtual tabletop in a while. Please click this.
Okay.
So see if that works.
That should work the next time I make a roll.
Okie dokie.
If
Okay,
it does. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
we'll see. Make it just take another roll of any kind.
Uh, there we go.
Ah. All right, Crib. It is time for your watch and the roll and the good.
Yep.
I almost
I'll
clicked
give you your night vision.
Okay. I almost hit persuasion. That is not the same button. Knight, tell me what you hide. There we go. 19.
The night is mild and the wind relatively warm. It seems to be blowing up from the southwest, as far as you can tell, and given the color that direction seems to always have in the dark of the night, adding a almost sunrise effect to the horizon in that direction. You can probably understand why, but as you gaze up towards the tower in the distance, you can't see it within the range of your dark vision, but you do notice that up the large shape of it, you do see some lights that are on. You can vaguely see shapes. From this distance, you're not sure if maybe it has stained glass, or whether or not it's just the faint lights just kind of blending together. Nothing can be seen coming close or wandering your way. If it did, then you'd be able to see it for quite a distance. And then the sun starts to rise. And another morning, there's some light cloud in the air. It's not quite gray. It's more just like a light amount of cloud cover. And as the wind changes direction to blowing from the northeast, it brings a chill. And certainly enough, it may be winter soon.
Oh, yeah. Sarah will join Crib in prayer in the morning.
Making your way towards that tower. Gets to about, whoops. What would that be? About 4 in the afternoon, we'll say. Okay, yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember the speed multiplier for everything. Yeah, because you're currently on base walk speed. Because you've got to go at the pace of the slowest, but it's being doubled to basically be horse speed, which means that, yeah, the patrols would be going at a similar pace to yours. So maybe a bit earlier than that, maybe more like 2. As you're starting to make your way up the hill towards the tower. You encounter one of the patrols. They're coming down with a number of heavy saddlebags on their horses. They're a mix of light and medium armor. There's some that seem to have good solid metal helmets, but most of them seem to have more like a leather, thick leather cap, almost, with a bit of studded leather coming down like the back of their neck and either side of their head. A number of them have pole arms or particularly long swords, like bastard swords and such. This are fitting for horseback combat. And encountering you, there, number of them at the front just hold up one hand in a gesture to you all. Good day.
Good day.
Greetings.
You new to the area?
Yeah, we're making our way to the east, but we're curious about this structure, so we thought we'd swing by.
Ah. Didn't I used to say anything untoward on the way, did you?
No, we did not see anything that
Good.
was suspicious.
Well, then hopefully this will be a peaceful day for us then. You notice that the one talking to you is, not making any judgments on first appearance. Like, they must encounter other travelers on the road. A couple of the others that kind of ride a bit past your group. Other ones basically checking out weapons and stuff like that, making sure there's nothing too suspicious. But, well, I don't think there'll be... If it's your first time up there, then, well, I hope you like stairs. Good
Looks
day.
at the tower. Thank you.
Carries on.
Before you go, just wonder if you might know an answer to a query I might have. We mean to cross the river to the east. Would Tower Town have any way of crossing it? Would you know?
I know there's a number of folk who head out on the river fishing. Maybe you could ask one of them to help get you across.
Thank you kindly for the answer.
That's alright. Yeah, there's not many that typically want to go beyond the east. It's a lot of mountains, ruins, and, well... not much, I'd say. We'll be travelling for a good long while before... I don't know, actually. I don't think I've ever taken a look at a map that goes beyond those mountains. Can't think of anyone who's gone that way either. Well, whatever you're going there for. Yeah, I'm sure some of the fishermen will be able to take you across.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're most welcome. Right. Best catch up. And he lightly kicks the horse to get up to a gallop to catch up with the rest of the patrol before lowering to a trot. What is it when it's slightly is it a canter? That's slightly above a trot. It's like horse jogging.
Yeah, I think it's trot, canter, and then gallop.
Yeah, it's a canter, yeah. Alright. Making your way up. It's as you get closer to the tower, the sheer scale of it becomes more apparent. The bottom of it is a lot wider than you expected, at least. It's for the way perspective works. Like, for a moment you think you're almost there, and then another hour goes by and you're like, oh, it's still getting bigger. Like, you think of like the divine towers in Elden Ring, but just wider at the bottom.
Oh, jeez.
But as you approach, you see a number of people outside. There's stables, there's a few general use like tables and what am I trying to think of here? Canopies, yeah, they're just sheltered, basic waterproof cloth and leather, but they don't have any sides to them. They're just covering up the various tables and that, where you see people doing like repairs on equipment or cleaning and gutting another butchery, you know. And yeah, a good number of stairs leading up to a large set of double doors at the base of this tower. Few folk look up as you approach and just carry on with their work for now. You see some horses getting tended to, their hooves getting cared for, getting them fed and brushed down and whatnot. And there's quite a lot of horses here, actually. Like a good 20 of them. You imagine that whenever there's a change to the patrols, the horses are changed as well. They don't just swap riders. That would be a bit messed up. Let's see. try this one. Sure, that'll do. This is a bit of a change of music for the tower itself. I didn't want anything that was too busy. But this is also by Butterfly. So please do check them out if you need to. But and as you approach on a horse, the first person that actually approaches you seems to be someone at the stables. They look and come across and noticing you with Soldar, they raise their hands, go oh there, stranger.
Hello.
Ah, no, you're a new face around here. Well, let me be the first to greet you. I'm Mulug, and I don't think your horse would want to be heading up all those stairs there, so, and also, we don't really allow it, actually, now I think about it, so, if you'll be heading up to the tower there, I'll look after your horse, just, 3 copper for a basic night's care. If you need any hoof care, brushing down, anything like that, then that can run you up to a silver a night, so it's up to you. This person's about 5'9", kind of medium length, brown hair with a braid just kind of going from just under the temples, like over the ears, and keeping most of it just held back as it knots at the back of it. They got blue eyes and fairly sun-kissed skin, like definitely spends a lot of time outside.
We appreciate everything. We'll most likely stay, because you said it's about 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, now that you've reached the tower, yeah. Alright then, well, I guess the best thing I can give you as a guide, I suppose, is just head right up on the stairs. I'll get your friend here sheltered for the night, and
of course, I'll hand over a silver, because, let's get Soldar the full cleaning and stuff.
oh, yeah. Going for the full course treatment. Would you happen to know if this fine steed of yours like their mane just as is, just brushed down, or you know if they like it braided or anything like that?
I will telepathically ask Soldar.
That response I'll leave to you.
Not fully braided, but a few warrior style braids would he'd be quite happy with.
Oh, such a stout and strong looking one as this, sounds like he's got a matching spirit too, haven't you, bud? Gives me like a pat just on the side of the neck, like. Well, I'll get you looking fearsome by the time the morn comes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Like
That
for a
was
bit, he's like
him.
talking directly to Goldana.
I'll
Yeah.
wave to Solda and sort of say, like, see you soon in Celestial.
Yep, this person doesn't question that. Things said between a person and their companions is assumed to just be that's just what they do. Like,
Yep. Talking to the horse in whatever language that is.
Yeah.
Sure.
and they just take the reins and lead them off.
Imagine Solda just the entire time as he's getting the full treatment, like, we need to come back here. We need to come back here. This is their freaking day spot.
Baseball, yeah. But yes, there is many stairs in front of you. They're fairly wide, so you can imagine that at one point these stairs may have been rather busy, or maybe it was just a grandiose architecture. But it's sort of the thing where you head up the first set of stairs and it kind of plateaus for a bit, and you see a number of people kind of just sitting around having conversations, gossiping, and you keep going further up and you start to realize there's quite a few people here. And as you finally get to the gates, they're already open. There's a couple of guards, but seeing your approach, they just hardly acknowledge you. They look, okay, new person, and then just resume their duty. But as you head inside this tower, you see sprawling before you what seems to be just this massive circular lower area where there appears to be shops, traders, kitchens, like this sprawling indoor market almost. And there's just people not tightly packed in, but there's a few times where you might have to brush shoulders with someone making your way through. You're hearing people calling out, sort of this peddling their wares. It's weird with how far removed this place is. They must get enough visitors, or they just have enough people here. It's you got trinket shops, you've got people of various racial backgrounds and species backgrounds trying to sell the various foods they're making. Alright. It's Strider's just dropped off the venison, fresh as can be. Come and get it. And they're Get your tea leaves red. Come on, buy me a cup of tea, get one for yourselves, see what your future holds.
Tea leaf fortunes.
Yeah, but it's funny because it looks like the person is just sitting in what appears to be just a tea room. Like, trying to pull people in for the business, perhaps. But there's a lot of people, of course, just standing around having conversations. It's the closest thing that you imagine that one of those, discounting the shops, it would be like orc horror in those large, like, public gathering areas, like under and around one of the light crystals, or the sunstones, I mean.
Yeah.
Where there'd be so many things going on, but all of them feeling like they're their own little contained thing. No one's shouting over each other, they're just getting on with life. And while everyone's closed and the looks of the businesses, they're maintained well enough, but you can tell that he's definitely not the richest of folk. But they're making a good life bet. You see some wizened old lady with the long grey hair, but bright eyes, like, filled with life, like, entrancing about 30 kids, telling tales and weaving stories, and a lot of them, from the brief moment that you may, like, pause to listen, they're cautionary tales, or some of them just for fun and really getting the kids invested. And every so often you see it just be like, and that's when the bear jumped out. And they're like, ah! She's like, she just cackles, but not to worry. When you're always prepared and you know what to do when faced with such a beast. Everyone made it out alright. The last thing you want to do in a situation like that is panic. You see some of the merchants kind of step out, noticing some faces they've not seen before, and they kind of cut you off, and they're like, always good to see new faces. Are you needing any supplies? Maybe a hot meal or a drink?
I am perfectly fine. Looks over at the others, see if they might want anything.
Oh, but just looky-looing around. Not really paying attention.
Rivet's probably doing the same, just market, looking for the magical items.
Get your protection rocks. Get your protection rocks. So long as you got one on you. So long as you got one on you, no demon will come at you.
I mean, you throw a rock at a demon, it'll hurt them for a second, and then they'll probably eat you first.
You hold them, but I guess, well, I mean, never mind. There are people who are silly enough to think that throwing magic items is the way you use them. That's a callback.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
To be
thinking
fair,
more
with
any
that one,
rock.
that is how you use it, but after it's activated.
Mhm.
Uh, you see, like, see one person going on like, "Oh, what was that about demons? Ah, protection rocks. Hang on to one of these. Demons never bother you. How do you know they work? Do you see any demons around? I'll take one."
They're not wrong. Doesn't mean they're right. They're not wrong.
Yeah, you can wander around. Anything in particular you look for in this
Oh.
surprisingly bustling bottom floor of this tower?
I don't have a ton of gold. Oh, I should look at my spells. I don't think any of them. Well, I don't have enough for a diamond.
You see, oh, you also do see these like sweeping staircases, heading up further into the tower. They seem to be as part of the exterior walls. Like, yeah, they kind of just go up along the outside. You notice that at the bottom of each staircase, there's a couple more guards. And much like the stairs outside, like, people are just using them as free space to, like, hang out, sit, without being in, like, the way of foot traffic and stuff.
I mean, if Kriv needs money, Thobrit got some cash he needs to borrow.
Well, I was mainly looking to see if. Because Revivify is a spell I have, but I don't have it prepped because I don't have the 300 gold worth of diamonds for it.
I
don't
got
even
enough. Go ahead.
I only have like half that.
Well, I got enough gold to be able to buy 3 diamonds worth 3 Revivifies.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Sierra's got plenty of gold, though. I'm mostly thinking about magic items when I'm thinking about how I want to spend them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Thobrit knows about, if you guys have talked about Revivify and what needs to, the material components, Thobrit would be looking out for diamonds for it too.
If we see a jeweler where a diamond might be sold, he might like look at it, check his coin verse, and then shake his head when he realizes he doesn't have enough for it. And seeing that Thobrit might inquire, but that's if there's a jeweler stand set up.
Okay, so looking around, keeping an eye out for anyone magically inclined, or perhaps a jeweler's. It's takes you, we'll say like a good hour.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more depending on how much you're spending time to watch things going on or take closer looks at the shops, but you managed to make a full circuit of this lower area, and you've seen people selling like more mundane stuff like quartz and small bits of like amethyst or like tiger's eye, most like stones and stuff like that. But as for like magic components, gems and like pearls and diamonds, you've just doesn't seem to be any around.
That's fine. Yeah.
There's Hi Icy. But yeah, there's a lot of trade and such going on, and coin changing hands, but they are humble traders. No one seems to be wizarding about here. Despite the very large wizard tower that they seem to have themselves inside of.
No wizards in the wizard tower.
Not that you've found so far.
Or on the lower floor. We can check higher floors potentially, so long as they're not like blocked off.
No, nobody seems to be stopping anyone going up the stairs. But that also does seem to be the only way up. You have a good, like, 10 minutes of steps to the next floor.
Step. The guy did say you like stairs. Wow.
But still, 10 minutes to get to the next floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a high ceiling on this lower floor.
Yeah. Plus, if you consider the length of like how wide this would have to be to hold like a bazaar on its lower floor, yeah, this is a big tower.
Yeah, like because of how wide it is, and still trying to keep relatively wide stairs to have like a good number of people coming up and down it. They are.
Hi, how are
It had to be
you?
quite gradual.
Good, maybe, but good. I'm just doing my laundry.
Okay. Right. So that's your next destination. You head up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So heading up, you get up to the next floor, and then you basically have what appears to be pretty much another quarter turn of the towers itself before the next set of stairs starts up.
I'm not
Who is that, Miles?
It's me. She's doing her laundry while talking on the phone, and the laundry unit is right outside my door.
Ah, okay. Okay, so
we have one from here at 5.
So, this floor appears to be houses. Well, it looks more residential. It almost like this part is still part of its original construction. It looks like it may have been like two large two large, almost like massive like dormitories. But the road does split 4 ways. It's just that either side of the larger road. It appears that the building like connects over the top of the intersecting roads. And you walk along and yeah, you see people like kids in the street and people hanging out laundry out of windows and some people look at you and they're like, oh, you get a brief sense of like, oh, unfamiliar people up here. Fair enough. And they, after their brief perplexity, is that a word? Perplexed look, they wave down at you all.
Full like kind of wave back, not like full like wave, but like one arm motion, like hey.
I can just imagine if Nikure was here, them doing the whole double arm. Hey!
Yeah. But I mean, for scale, look over at Tower Town and the size of those houses compared to the base of the tower.
Hard to tell. Yeah. Hard to fully tell because that's pretty small.
But those are some sizable houses.
But yeah, there are besides these two main buildings, there's how to describe it? Like so there's a quarter turn before the start of the next set of stairs up. So basically, from the point that the stairs going up to the next floor, there's... Wait, hold on. So between where the wall behind you is, to basically cordon off the stairs down, and the underside of the stairs going up, like there is a building under there as well. And again, it's the same thing. They look a bit... these ones are not like a number of flats. These appear to be like 3-story townhouses. So they're not like particularly wide as far as homes go, but they do have that height to them. You see, right smack bang in the middle, at the crossroads, there's a young lad who's got a few pieces of paper, and he's just kind of standing there, and he's like, right, yeah, let's see, right. like little like 10-year-old just be clearing his throat, and then suddenly just the biggest voice comes out of him as he's like chickens to rise by a copper. Bad season leads to shortage of chickens, up by a copper. Like this news basically yelling it to the residents.
News crier.
Yeah. And yeah, as you pass, like, not everybody, but occasionally someone notices you and it's like, oh, evening. Just... what are you looking for up here? Or are you gonna keep going up?
I imagine if it's mostly residential, Starbuck would linger in someone else's space, he would go up. Do we want to keep going up or head back down?
I honestly don't know. This is City Tower City.
Our city is cool.
Yeah, it is real cool. Ah.
Well, exploring's fine. We can go up.
Yeah, we can see what we got. Walk up more stairs.
Mm-hmm. Heading up to the next one, it's very similar to the one you were just on. Only the architecture here definitely looks more like this is more a academy. But even so, you do see that it appears to be mostly being used for residency. You do notice that some of it is being used for what appears to be its original intent. Like there's a good hall that's being used as like a schoolhouse. Another hall that's basically being used as like their infirmary. There is a church. But like, yeah, you imagine these like large academy classrooms that have now just been repurposed to be the infrastructure of a town. Like, yeah, so you got the church, the infirmary, the schoolhouse, the what appears almost like a town hall, like with a notice board outside and everything. But up above that, where this second set of windows, so these two that you just passed were like this middle section of this tower.
Yeah.
And then you get into this floor. Wait, hold on, what's this? Wait, yes, get into this bit. So, like, that's all the ground floor. And you notice that there's, of course, room for maybe something underneath it, but also big tower probably needs this very big foundation. So this was the first floor, second, third, and then this is the fourth. Getting up here, it's a rather drastic change. This floor is almost entirely open. But you're seeing what appear to be multiple chimneys going to various parts of the wall. Where there appears to be a number of craftsmen. There's a smithy. You're noticing almost like this open plan. Like, yeah, you say there's a smithy and everything, but they just have their like semicircle desk, like counter and whatnot, just to kind of split them off. Then there's a good bit of a gap before there's like a large kitchen area, and then what appears to be like alchemists, herbalists, like potion brewers and stuff like that. And
That is
like people weaving cloth, you know, all the industry, we'll call it. And it's at this point that you start getting a bit longer looks from people.
It looks like the higher we go, it's definitely a bit more like smaller.
Yeah, this floor is
Communities.
notably smaller.
Yeah.
Um,
It's more like probably people don't travel the tower as much. It's like if people keep to certain floors. So new people up here is probably not common.
yeah.
Like not unheard of, which is why they're not stopping us or anything, and asking us what's going on, but they're definitely okay.
Yeah, hello. Might I have a moment of your time? And you see this spectacled, blue hooded figure in robes, just like kind of like he looked over to you, gathered up a couple of tomes, and then just kind of shuffled on over. One of them's like open on the forearm, and he's just looking at all of you, and it's like, might I impose?
What is it you are inquiring about?
Well, a number of things. First of all, we don't often get anyone unknown up here. Might I inquire as to your business here?
We are mostly curious about this place. We were passing through and saw the tower, decided to investigate.
Much the same as the first folk who came here, I would expect. This is fascinating, isn't it? Look at this, building such as this, unheard of. Couldn't imagine the work that went into it. And he's just looking up and around, just a bit of a twinkle in his eye, this place is wonderful. All right. Well, I guess that's reason enough. You are. Yeah, well, yes. Sorry, I'm. Just from my observations, you are one of the Dragonborn, yes?
I am indeed.
Yeah, well, yeah. Wonderful, and might, not to appear rude, but do you have a tail or not?
I do.
He makes a little note down there. Well, okay. And if you would humor me, are you capable of an elemental breath, such as those who are full dragon?
I have a breath weapon. That is, yes. Elemental and otherwise.
Otherwise, you say?
Yes.
If it's not too personal, might I ask what you mean by that?
Well,
It's fine. It's fine. It's
no,
fine.
no, it's difficult to explain, I guess would say. I have, of course, my ice breath being a silver Dragon Ball.
Silver, yes.
But part of being a metallic scaled dragon, I can also channel the magical energy into me to shove things directly, more akin to a shout than a breath, a roar, if you will. No, I can also change the ice itself to be a bit more, less to damage and more to hold in place, though that doesn't last long.
Fascinating. So you would say that you are able to transform your voice into a form of kinesis?
Yes.
Kinetic force, yeah. Not to be mistaken with the force of the magic variety, but just regular old mundane. Well, not mundane, still a breath weapon, sort of magic, but we really should not have two things referred to as force and both apply to magic. Regardless, thank you very much for that. Now, I see the curiosity on your faces. You are just exploring. Was there anything in particular you were hoping to find that I might be able to assist you with?
Well, my compatriot here, sort of indicating Rivet, is a connoisseur of magical items and likes to browse and look at them. Maybe buy some that catches her fancy if she has the coin. Myself, I'm looking more towards a specific spell component.
Well, that's all sort of practical magical items. We don't have much of that here. We mostly have relics for study and tomes and more tomes. Normal spell focuses, I suppose. But components, we have those. What components in particular?
If I had a bit more money, I'd purchase some diamonds that would equate to 300 gold. But for now, my funds lean more to just diamond dust in quantities of 25 gold. Which is what I need for the non-detection spell if I ever go to cast that.
Let me think. But yes, we're not exactly the most funded operation here. We're actually just very lucky to have found this place and for so much to be intact, to be fair. Excuse me. He didn't blow his nose on a handkerchief. Right. Some diamond dust. And goes like over to this wall of compartments, and he just starts opening a drawer, closing it, opening a drawer, closing it, opening a drawer, closing it. Like.
So where did I put that thing? This guy makes me think of Merlin from The Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't have like the full wizard beard and everything. He's just it's like kind of like just simply brushed back, slightly greasy black hair, but he keeps himself clean. He's got a bit of a mustache, but you can see that from some like patchy spots in his face. Maybe he just wasn't destined to grow the wizard beard. Like,
Yeah.
And he comes back and he goes over to these scales and he's like, right, let's see. Do you have the 25, the gold?
I do, yes. Crib will pull out his coin purse.
Well, wonderful. Well, just place the 25 gold on that side of the scale for me.
Crib will do that. I'm considering if I should get 2 bundles of this, because it's only 1 casting. Maybe 2 would be better. Best to get it while I can.
Alright, well, and he gets out this little pouch that he puts on the other side. It's like wide open, and he gets out this little scoop and he just takes this dust and just goes pop, 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 and this shouldn't work because of the density of the dust versus the weight of gold, but somehow the scales just start moving and eventually balance out, and he's like, right, there we are, 25 gold's worth. And he kind of like ties the little pouch up and sets it down next to you, well, on the desk near you. Yeah, it looks like we've got plenty in there still. It's maybe 3 more. Yeah, 3 more. 75 gold's worth. Better make note of that, actually.
I would not want to drain your supply, but if I could maybe get 1 more pouch of 25, that would... I'd rather have the components than not have them and need them, as it were.
Ah, yes, wise, very smart. Well, these gold coins are spent, and he takes the gold coins off, puts them to one side.
I put another 25 gold worth of coins onto the scale.
He takes the bag he just gave you back and opens it up, puts it back on the scale, and the scale doesn't move. And then he starts adding some more diamond dust to the pouch, and eventually the scale evens out, and he's like, right, there we go. Goes and puts it back in the little drawer, ties the pouch back, and puts it back to you. Right, make sure to use exactly half of that bag, if it's for 2 uses.
It is. Alright, now I have 50 gold pieces worth of diamond dust. I will tuck that into my pouch. Thank you very much for this. It was much appreciated.
Yeah, well, it's fine. Thank you for indulging me. I know I can be a bit... I don't know what the word is right now, actually, but regardless, you
Would I could show you, but I doubt they would take kindly to me using my breath within these walls.
Oh, no. That's what that part over there is for. And you see this like a third of this area is just kind of empty with targets and large pieces of metal and stone with various scorch cut and gouge marks.
Then, since you were interested in the repulsive breath that I possess, would you wish to see that?
Right, yes. Yeah, that would be good. Then maybe I could calculate the exact fault of it. And
Of course.
sorry, I got a bit.
I'll show him this and then I maybe we can take a break. I know it's
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just going past. Yeah. He goes over it and he's like, right. Hold on. He goes over and you see this wall that just has a whole bunch, of basically. They're not like well-made cushions, but it is this one big bit of cloth that must have like something stuffed in it. And it's like, right. Go ahead. Hit me.
Over
Well.
like,
okay. I will use my metallic breath weapon for the repulsion breath, which I can use once per long rest. It's a 15-foot cone, and any creature in the cone must make a strength saving throw of DC 16, or they're pushed 20 feet away from me and knocked prone.
All right, wait, 1 second. Aha. Right, now hit me. Gets at this little device.
Rota! I'm sorry, basically his first Rota.
And he just you see his like cheeks like get pushed back and his hair goes blown back and his hood falls back and he's like just goes flying, like doesn't seem to even attempt the save. It just hits the cushions and it's just like like hits it and then falls forward on his face, which is also like in a cushioned bit in front of the wall. Like
this makes me think of when you go to the Greybeards in Skyrim and they're like, okay, show me your Thum.
Yes, only he got comically thrown backwards. Like literally it's like a full like whoa like kind of like motion.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't like get up straight away. He's like laying flat in his face, but then just his head like tilts up to look at you. Like he's like, fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Well, thank you. I could have gone at least another 10 foot, I think. Oh.
I mean, if something's at the edge of the 15-foot cone, they end up 35 feet away from me.
Yeah, well, well, that's woken me up more than a cup of tea. Thank you.
There's no issue. I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity.
In the pursuit of knowledge, it's
Wizardy of wizards to ever wizard. There are days I times like this where it's like, I want to play a wizard.
Alright, yeah, and now we'll take our break, so
Cool. Got issues to do.
yeah, it's a shame that Skylar hasn't shown up, but
Yeah.
you want to try and message them again?
yeah.
I'm gonna go take the dishes.
I will say, Felbrick's all like, I want to buy the diamond for Kriv, because best be prepared. But I don't want this guy focusing on me like he is on Kriv.
Yeah. Well, anyway, go get your refreshments, whatever you need to do. See you in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna probably mute also. But I'll be still here to answer any questions or curiosities if anyone in the chat has any to ask. Well, it's not quite been 10 minutes yet, but I am here.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back too.
Okay. So I am starting to wonder how much more you want to do today with one down in such a small group. Like, ah,
So no response from Skylar.
no, they must be busy or passed out after doing studies or whatever.
I just tuned in. I was like, why am I not hearing anything? Is no one talking? And then I'm like, wait, I'm not hearing the music either. I had accidentally turned down my headphones volume.
Oh, okay, insert another page break. Mm-hmm. Da da da.
The laptop.
Might have to call it a shorter session. Like, not right now, but we'll do... explore this town further.
Ah, shoot.
Oh, what's up?
I'm just, I hit my microphone.
Oh. Well, the updated OGL has been withdrawn.
Oh?
They're gonna revise
Oh.
it.
Awesome.
Because literally the
good to
subscription
hear.
page of D&D Beyond crashed because of how many people were canceling their subscription.
That's good to know.
And it's, yeah, like just in the, week or 2 days since the announcement, like
Yeah.
the impact of their bottom line has just been so obvious that they're like, okay, yeah, we can't do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they probably wanted to increase their bottom line. But once they announced the change, their bottom line just dropped like a rock. And like, that bad.
Yeah. It's kind of just them being selfish. And just like, oh, you can't do anything that isn't related to this thing. Because we want all the money related to it. Just like,
It's
Whatever,
for,
man.
I think when they first made the first OGL, they didn't expect D&D to balloon as big as it did. And now that it has, they're like, they got a bit greedy and wanted a slice of the pie. Or, well, here,
Well, let's
you
be
guys
fair,
can have
it's
a
probably
tiny
more
slice.
Hasbro than Wizards, personally. They are owned by Hasbro, so...
Yeah,
But
they
anyway.
just.
Yeah. Well, either way, they fixed in the wrong.
Oh, I might need to restart my computer because the browser's being weird.
Aw.
I'll be right back. Or I'll see if restarting my browser works, first of all.
You're not getting on my lap. Supposed to be on that table.
Works now.
Okay, good. Yeah, because like the revised OGL is literally like, if you make something for D&D, then Hasbro owns it. Thanks for working for us for free. So yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, not a chance in hell.
Okay, so back to this. Still no word from Skylar, so we'll do what we like can in this tower, and then probably call it there rather than push on further and further.
Sure.
Because yeah, it's like less than 4 starts to feel weird.
Yeah, it's all a magic place, and Rivet would have things to say about that.
That true. Yeah, true that as well.
Yeah.
It always seems to be missing whenever we hit those places. First it was the
Mhm.
mine.
Yeah. But I'm sure
And,
studies are just
wait
hitting
a
them
minute.
hard.
Yeah. My semester starts next week, and though I've been able to keep Thursday completely free.
Nice. Nice when it works out. Alright, so yeah, so you're on this floor of industry. And in the very middle of this floor is that circular desk with a 4-armed, 2-headed, strangely almost like a half. The best way to put their physique is like half ogre. Like they are just big and rather heavy set, but their arms are still like rather thick, and they seem to have 4 of them, and there's 2 heads. One of them seems to need glasses, the other one doesn't. And they just appear to be going through books, ledgers, like just keeping tallies on stuff. You notice people coming back and forth. almost like passing the orders to a kitchen, and then like the bills and stuff like that. Like he'd come up and it's like say got some more leather armor ready to go down. He's like, all right, leather armor. Makes a note of it. How many? All right. Yep. And how much do you want for each? Okay. And how many components were used? Like, okay. Any failures to declare? No? Okay, good. All right, so. All right, yeah, okay. In the box, pop the lid on. We'll get that downstairs. And yeah, they just appear to be management of a sort. And they have what appears to be, at first looks like they must have a seat that like turns. But upon closer inspection, you see they just have a circular bench for their rather like large stature, and they just keep like reaching under the table, grabbing a leg, and kind of like pulling themselves around to face whoever's like coming to the desk. But yeah, all got their own systems going back and forth. Like, seems like a lot of work for one person, but he seems to be doing okay.
Oh, I saw some potions being made back there. Do you think we need any?
I believe we have a good number.
Okay.
What did you need that diamond for, Crib?
I have a spell. If one of us were to, well, someone besides myself were to fall in battle, I could potentially revive them so long as it's within a minute.
Sounds pretty important.
Yes, but it requires a diamond worth at least 300 gold pieces.
Single diamond or could it be multiple diamonds?
This particular spell, it can be multiple. Higher levels, so I hear, require a singular.
Well, for a good cause, and Dragonfall hands 300 gold to Crib.
Crib will take it. Thank you.
Trying to pull my weight. Came into this group late. So doing what I can. Not like I use the gold much.
Adding 300 gold to my inventory. Oof, that's some weight. Okay. Alright, so I've got that. We'll have to find the diamond, but
We'll see if there's more above us or one place to rest than that.
I think we should find a place to rest for now. Let's It's been a long day, and I think trying to fit too much into it will be bad.
Okay. So, looking for a place to rest, you would have to make your way back down to the ground floor.
Figured.
And heading in there, like, you're walking around for a bit, and a big yawn, and you, again, like, it's getting to, okay, so wait, hold on, walking around it for an hour, up and around that, bit there. So yeah, it's probably getting on like 9 at this point. And you haven't even stopped for dinner, like...
Jeez.
Because a lot of stairs and just a lot of space you covered, like... But yeah, you're walking around and, you see that person that, like, intercepts you to offer you, like, food and stuff before, but, like, he knows he's already jumped at you earlier, so he doesn't do it again, but you, go along for a bit. And yeah, you pass, like, this open door, and you know, you hear revelry in a lot of places. It's a lot quieter right now, mostly because a lot of, like, the children and the younger folk have, like, made their way to bed and stuff, so it's mostly just the adults out at the moment. It's you see one person, another a woman this time. She has pointed ears, but not pointed enough that they would indicate being full elven. She is of a bronze skin with reddy brown hair that's just kind of falling in, like, possibly naturally curly, wavy hair, but you're not sure. Some of the curls look like they maybe were forced, but it all just kind of melts together. And she's standing outside of what appears to be a open, well, I'd call it a terrace, but of course we're already, like, indoors. But it's just like this open front area that leads into a building. And she smiles and kind of, like, steps forward, sets her drink to one side, and steps down in front of you in very much like a flowy, like, just a singular, like, sideways skip with a bit of a flourish with her arms, and it's like... Well, I have not seen such figures in this town before. It is late. You must be weary. If it would interest you, the I am Militia. We have many drinks, foods inside, and my sister runs an inn if you need beds. What is it you would want at this hour? I am sure I can make it happen for you.
Beds for the night is what we're looking for. Thank you.
Alright then. Alright, this way. And she just literally goes to the next building and opens the door and just like slides herself inside. She's like, come! And heads in, and it's rather homey in here. It's still definitely like a bit of a reception, like square entryway, like room. And there's like no one at this front desk, so she's like, up. One moment, and she like runs up some stairs, and you hear like door open, close, open, close. Yeah. And you sort of hear like and then just seconds, like 2 simultaneous sets of footsteps, just like dum, 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 bump, 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 back down the stairs, like. And you see what appears to be almost a twin. Her hair is darker, but it's still on the warm brown side. There's only like an inch between them in terms of height, and he's like, there she is. Yeah, these lovely people will be needing rooms tonight, but I will leave you in the good care of my sister. So have a pleasant stay, and if you need breakfast, feel free to stop by in the morning. She's sort of just squeezes by all of you and disappears out the door. I apologize. Been busy with the kids, and I guess I turned in a bit early. I was not expecting guests too often. Not. Regardless, I am Shara. Pleasure to meet you all. Sorry. Rooms for you. How many would you be needing? We have some that have 2 singular beds, 1 large bed, or some that have like bunks if it would be needed. And you get the sense that this looks like it was like a house that's been converted into more like a B&B than like a full-on inn, you know?
Yeah. I get you.
Sierra seems excited at the idea of bunk beds.
Okay.
So I guess beds would be good.
Alright, I will say, because being bunk beds, there'll be enough for 4 of you in the one room. I would suggest that yourself take the top bunk. It's good wood, but it's I'm not.
I imagine they're referring to.
They're looking at Thorbreck,
Rivet.
just trying to be very polite.
Thorbreck.
But no, they say to Sierra and Rivet to go on top, but then
Yeah.
when trying to say that the bed might break, they're looking at Thorbreck, wrestling to find the most polite way to say, like, you
It's
are.
fine. I'm heavy. I understand that.
Yes, you look big and mighty, and these are bunks for families like ours. We do not carry so much protection on our back. But yeah, for the bunk room, it's 2 copper per, so it'll be 8 copper for all of you.
Okay, we'll pay that.
Okay. It's the coincidence. He's like, alright, he goes up and she gets this little key and leads you up, and yeah, it's as you're making your way, this definitely seemed like it was either just a home or maybe a halfway house, kind of. What do they call it? But regardless, it's definitely not built particularly for this purpose, which gives it more of a homey feel. And they lead you to your room, and there's the bunk beds. There's like a chest of drawers that has 4 drawers, and then there's a small desk with a stool and just that singular window. But it is very much like bunk on left wall, bunk on right wall, dresser on right wall, there's chest of drawers on right wall, desk on left wall, window on back wall. Like it's not the most spacious, but it fits. Like there's a good let's see, yeah, there's wait, hold on, so that like there. Like 8 feet between the 2 bunks. You imagine it's like probably like a 15-foot wide room in total. But anyway, yeah, the bunk beds are solid wood. Nailed in properly, and she hands over the key, which is just a singular key, and it's like it locks from both sides. And I hope you have a comfortable stay. And then you notice suddenly there's an extra hand on the doorway, and you see a little person like kind of peek in, and she's like, she looks down, she's like, there's Mira, you get yourself back to bed. I am sorry. Have a good night. And they pick up this child and head back to another room and disappear. And you are left with your little room for the night. It's certainly comfortable in here, being a building inside of a building. And you all don't need to set up watches unless you choose to.
I think we're safe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, between Blake's watching out and I'd say that we're pretty much set in case anybody tries anything.
Yeah. One of the things, like, to get, you have to go like file in get like right to the back of the room to like get in, being shoulder to shoulder and all that. But yeah. But it works. The beds are comfortable. They're not just bits of cloth stuffed with hay. There is more substance to them. They're firmer. They definitely have like a proper stuffing, not just a hay stuffing. And yeah, you get your night's rest.
Woohoo.
I think that might be a good point to call it early, since we're down one. Unless anyone has anything they want to do.
Oh,
Well, I kind of want to find a magic store, but probably we can do that when Rivet's here.
Yeah, they're gonna want to shop at the magic store. I take you to the magic shop. I got you spending all you got.
Toy store!
Toy store, yeah. Magic items are us.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm gonna spend the remaining time making a X spells deck.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I will show you the true power of Magus Luca Kane. Wahahaha.
let's see how they stack up against Tyranids.
Well, they are Tyranids, dude. Magus Luca Kane is the alternate commander for your deck. Her ability's the best. It's literally like, cool, tap for mana, double X spells.
That's such an interesting name for a Tyranid. It sounds
She's,
so fancy.
She's one of the Gene Stealer cult's leaders.
Oh yeah, so she has freaking genetics from all sorts of species.
Well, not from all sorts of species. She's a human that was infected with the Tyranid strain from a Gene Stealer, and so they're part of the cult.
Infected by a gene stealer. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's how the cults work.
Ah. Yeah, I thought you meant the gene stealer itself, not the cult based around it. You know what, whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Alright, well, thank you everyone for coming. And, yeah, we're gonna go see Baffy because, of course, they're playing Dragonfall. So we gotta go Dragonfall after Dragonfall. So, be good to yourself, excellent to each other, and crit your enemies.
The enemy crit me. What are you talking about?
With his insight. So instantly just like zooms in on his eyes, they narrow. With the little like anime like ting from the narrowing of the eyes, like insane.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Bye.
Till next time, bye-bye.
Bye.